Everybody in this niche throws out income numbers. Almost nobody tells you which of those numbers are actually verified and which are just marketing. So I will. I went and pulled the documented results. By the end, you'll know what $500 a month from zero actually takes based on real data, not somebody's sales pitch. Before a single number, let me hand you the tool I'm using to sort them because it's worth more than any figure in this video. When you see an income claim in this niche, run it through 3 questions. Question 1, who's saying it and what do they sell? A number from a company that makes money when you believe this is easy is an advertisement, not evidence. Question 2, is it verified by anyone independent or is it just a screenshot? A bank balance screenshot proves nothing. They're trivial to fake and they never show the costs. Question 3, is it gross or net and over what time? Made 50,000 means nothing until you know across how long and minus what spent. Keep those 3 questions in your head. Every tray we fill, I'm running the same 3. By the end, you'll do it automatically and you'll never get suckered by a thumbnail again. Start with the numbers that get screenshotted into every thumbnail. One AI tool company's blog points to a kids animation channel that supposedly monetized in 7 days and made $11,000 in its first month. The same write-ups flowed $50,000 a month and channel supposedly clearing $1 million a year. Run the 3 questions. Who's selling? A company that sells the exact tools you'd buy to chase that number. Independently verified? No. It's the company's own blog. Is it gross or net? Gross, with no mention of the spend behind it. 3 for 3 in the danger zone. That doesn't make it false. Maybe that kids channel really did it. It makes it unverified marketing. Into the unconfirmed tray it goes. And here's a tell to remember. The bigger and faster the number, the more likely its only source is someone with something to sell you. 11,000 in your first month and monetized in 7 days are the 2 phrases that should make you close the tab, not open your wallet. Now, the numbers that hold up because an independent outlet checked them. These are real and they're big, but watch what they're attached to. A creator who's named Adavia Davis was verified by Fortune magazine to earn somewhere between $40,000 and $60,000 a month from faceless channels that make ambient sleep sounds. A 3D crime documentary channel called Fern is estimated to pull in over $80,000 a month from ad revenue alone. And at the very top, animation explainer channels like The Infographic Show are estimated in the range of $100,000 to $300,000 a month. Run the questions again. Who's saying it? In Davis's case, Fortune, which is an outlet with no tool to sell you. That's the gold standard. For Fern and The Infographic Show, it's estimates from reporting, so a notch softer, but still independent. This is verified or well reported and not marketing. But look at what those top channels are actually doing because it sets up the next part. Sleep sounds and animated explainers and crime docs win in completely different ways. Ambient sleep content earns through enormous watch time. People leave it playing for hours, even though it pays little per view. Crime docs and explainers win on a mix of strong engagement and a much higher rate per view. 2 totally different roads to the top of the mountain. Hold that thought because it's the single most useful idea in this whole video and it's next. And be honest about what these prove. The ceiling is real, not typical. These are top tier operators, often with teams years in very specific high performing niches. Verify that they happened, not evidence that they're what happens to you. That gap is the thing the hype crowd blurs on purpose. Here's what those verified numbers don't explain on their own. Why a sleep sounds channel and a finance channel with the same views can earn completely different money? The answer is RPM, what you actually get paid per 1,000 views, and it's set largely by your niche. This is the lever almost no beginner understands, so let's make it concrete with the documented ranges. According to creator dashboard data compiled in several industry guides, high-value faceless niches like personal finance, tech, legal explainers, certain AI topics tend to earn somewhere around $15 to $25 per 1,000 views. Meanwhile, you have entertainment and short-form content which often earn under $2 for the same 1,000 views. Same effort, same view count. and 10 times difference in a check purely because of the niche. Run the who's selling test even here. A lot of these RPM tables live on sites that also sell AI tools, so treat the exact figures as a ballpark, not gospel. But the shape is consistent across independent creator reports too. The niche choice is the single biggest multiplier on what your views are worth. Audience geography matters just as much. The same video earns more from a US or UK audience than from cheaper ad markets, which is also why a lot of big number channels quietly target Western viewers. Why does this matter for your $500 a month question? Because in a high RPM niche, you might reach $500 with a fraction of the views a low RPM entertainment channel would need. The niche you pick on day one quietly decides how hard that first 500 is. That's a strategic decision the hype videos skip entirely. They sell you the dream niche with the cute thumbnails, which is often the one that pays the worst. There's a second thing those numbers hide. Almost nobody who earns real money lives on ad revenue alone. The channels that do well stack revenue. They start with ads first, then affiliates, then their own products or sponsorships layered on top. And for smaller channels, the stacked streams often out-earn the ads. By multiple creator reports, for channels under around 50,000 subscribers, affiliate income and a small product can quietly beat the AdSense check. A software affiliate paying $20 to $100+ per sign up adds up faster than pennies per view ads when your audience is small but targeted. Ads reward views, affiliates and products, they reward trust. Small channels usually have more of the second than the first. So when you see a verified number like 40,000 a month, understand it's usually not one faucet. It's 3 or 4 turned on at once, which by the way is exactly why I'm careful about which tools I recommend on this channel. The affiliate layer only works if you genuinely stand behind what you point people to. More on that on another day. This is a trade nobody makes videos about, and it's the one that's actually about you. Let's go bottom to middle so you see the whole climb. At the small end, one creator documented on Medium that their niche channel, around 2,000 subscribers, earned a total of $895 over several months from just 12 videos. Not per month, total. And honestly, that's a real encouraging result for a tiny channel because it proves small channels can earn at all. Another, a Faceless e-commerce style channel, documented at roughly $2,400 a year, posting about one video a week. Now, the middle of the climb, the part the trades usually skip. There's a widely shared example of a channel called Quantum Shift in the manifestation niche that reportedly generated around $30,000 in roughly 3 months. It started about 4 months earlier, had around 68 videos up, and was reportedly built almost entirely with AI. And here's the part that ties back to what we just covered. It didn't run on ads alone. It had a pinned link on every video to a $27 ebook and a paid newsletter. Stacked revenue exactly like the verified big earners just earlier on the curve. Run the 3 questions and you'll see it lands in the honest middle. Nobody selling you tools is behind it, which is good. But it's also not independently verified the way Fortune verified Davis, so I'm not putting it in the trusted tray. It's a believable, useful mid-tier data point with an asterisk. And what makes it useful isn't the 30 grand, it's the structure. AI made content in a focused niche monetized with ads plus a cheap product plus email. That's a repeatable shape, not a lottery ticket. Now the timeline from the no hype guides built on public data and creator reports. Once you're actually monetized, months 3 to 6 tend to land somewhere around $100 to $500 a month. So your title question, 500 a month from zero, here's the real answer. It's reachable, but it's an early milestone number, not a first week number. It sits at the top end of where small channels land after months in a decent niche, usually once they've stacked more than just ads. So line up the trays. Unconfirmed, the 11 grand first month claims, mostly from people selling tools. Treat those as marketing. Verified, 40,000 to a few $100,000 a month is real, but it's the top of the mountain with teams, years, high RPM niches, and stacked revenue behind it. Field data. data from a few $100s total on a tiny channel up through a reported $30,000 over a few months for a focused AI channel that stacked ads plus a product. That's the honest, reachable middle of the climb. But the trays leave out two numbers that decide everything, so let me fill them in. First, the costs. One documented case invested over $26,000 across about 150 days before the channels made a single dollar, down nearly $10,000 before turning profitable. You don't need that to start. Plenty of people begin under $100 a month in tools, which is exactly the free AI approach I built on this channel. But zero cost instant money isn't in the data. Second, and the one I most want you to hear, survival. By multiple accounts, only around 3% of YouTube automation channels ever reach monetization at all. And the most common moment people quit is months 4 to 6, right before the algorithm tends to start compounding. So the failure usually isn't a strategy, it's stopping 1 month early. So can you hit 500 a month from zero with Faceless AI YouTube? Yes, realistically, as an early milestone. After months of consistent work in a niche that actually pays with more than just ads turned on if you're in the small group that doesn't quit. That's not the answer that sells courses. It's the one the documented numbers support. If you'd rather have the real numbers than the hype, subscribe. I read the data so you don't have to. If you want to go deeper, the niche choices, the RPM math, and the stacked revenue systems behind that first few $100s, I go into all of it with people building alongside me in my community. The link's below if that's for you. And next on the channel, I'll show you the free AI tools I use to build a system that gives a small channel a real shot at that first $100 without the $26,000 head start. Build slow, pick your niche on purpose, stack more than ads, protect your money, and don't quit in month 5. See you in the next one.